Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Welcome to the kitchen. We're back. You guys asked for more bean footage.
Yeah.
More bean footage is what you're gonna get.
Because guess what we're doing today?
Beans and tofu. What? Woo! So, usually I don't like to mix tofu and edamame beans because they're both soy. But we're basically running out of food here, and it's a really easy, low-calorie, high-protein meal prep, guys. It's really great. So, this is one of my top tips for meal prep, boiling the water. And then this dish also comes with rice. So we're gonna start with the rice. So I'm heating up the pan. The water's boiling. I'm just gonna pour the boiling water in there. My method for rice is, I've cooked rice so many times I just eyeball it. So we want 4 cups today. So for 4 cups, so cooked rice is a 1-to-3 ratio from dry rice. So I'm actually just going to do 2 cups actually. So it's going to be more like 6 cups of cooked rice, which is fine. You know, we have this rice where we gotta eat it. Careful, don't want to make a mess.
And you can see there we got basmati long grain. Long grain rice is the best rice to have.
Basmati is good. So
make sure to shake your rice around in the pot.
No, that was just because the element was hot. So this is just gonna go right in there. Some people don't. Some people like to boil the rice first. Sorry, some people like to boil the water first and then put the rice in. But you know,
elementary.
Yeah, I just put the rice and the water right away. A little bit of salt, always in the pot, and then I would put a nice serving of butter.
If I had one.
Cover that, wait till that gets to a boil. Now we're going to cut up the tofu. So I had it drying out here. So
take your dull knife and cut it. Hopefully you have a better knife than we do.
yeah, I hope so, guys. I mean, if you're living with your parents, you really don't have an excuse.
That's true. Unless they're like insolvent, then we we get it and we're sorry.
So just, cubing it all out here. Easy peasy. In terms of spices for the dish, I mean, we have limited spices here. Kind of do whatever you want, to be honest. Like, I have a lot of ginger that I'm going to throw into the pan because I've got a bit of, my throat is kind of sore. Ginger's really good for that. I would be putting a lot of garlic in too, if we had any.
Just a disclaimer, guys.
Alright, so now we're going to turn this pan on to high heat. Usually with oil base, like actual oil, this is fine. But you want to get the pan hot, then the oil in, the oil hot, and then you add, whatever's going into the pan. So we want a nice amount of oil here because it's going to be cooked off pretty quick. So we want it to be a good amount, especially because we're using the spray stuff. You want to really lather up the pan. We can get the beans ready in the meantime. One thing that people really struggle with meal preps is the timing. So as you can see, everything is going right now. Nothing is
we don't slack.
Yeah, nothing, we're not slacking. Okay, so we definitely want to add some salt to the bean mixture here. Something that have you ever seen that book, Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat? Really cool book. They talk about the amount of ginger in the pan. Not the amount of ginger in the pan, but the amount of salt. Like, when you're salting your food, you want to think about the overall salt in the dish. So, I salted this. I'm going to, hold on. I'm going to add the tofu to a little bowl here just to spice it up a little bit because we don't want to do that in the pan. It's going to be a lot harder. My hands are clean, by the way. I'm just going to eyeball this, but I'm going to add 1 cup per each meal prep of both the edamames and the peas. So it's going to be about 4 cups of each. Hopefully it'll fit in the pan, or the pot. We only have the one, so.
You might be able to see how many, just the sheer volume of beans we're putting in the pot.
These are peas.
They're peas. Everything is beans to me now.
So since I actually can't fit any more, that's fine because they're frozen. because I'm just gonna add the edamame into the pot later, which will help the dish out. It's not the worst thing. So the oil's all gone. This is why I don't usually have this spray stuff, but we do not have any fat right now. A little paprika never hurt.
Except if you put it in your eyes.
Yeah, that would hurt. Can't go wrong with the tajin. Just a little bit though.
Tajin. What do you mean tajin?
I just always call it tajin, man.
It's like saying San Jose. Tajin.
Good lord. A little bit of
Tijuana.
A little bit of curry powder. I really like curry powder.
Curry powder's the shit, guys.
Curry powder's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know why we have this stupid bag. It should be in the shaker, but it is what it is. All right, now we're just gonna give that a little. You don't need to worry about mixing it up too much because I'm gonna mix it up in the pan. Just kind of breaking it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see here, I'm trying to cook down. I would also. This is the stage where I would put garlic. So I almost always would put garlic, ginger as like a base with the oil. So it's gonna really. It's gonna bring out the flavor of the garlic. The oil's gonna be just nicely complementing each other in the pan, and it's also gonna bring the garlic flavor out of the garlic, so it's not as powerful when you're actually chewing on these pieces of garlic. I made sure to mince it really well. Actually, usually don't mince it that well, but Magnus isn't the biggest fan of ginger taste, so I made sure to mince it. The more you mince it, the less you're going to get a big chunk that's going to really have that strong flavor in your mouth. And to be honest, ginger flavor like that isn't...
Ooh, hold that there. Oh, yeah. Sexy.
It can be offensive to some people, for sure.
Again, for y'all with particular palates, man, we're looking out for you guys. Oh yeah.
A little bit more than last time.
We bring the sex appeal here at Quality Reps. In more ways than one, guys. Look at that. Look at those flips.
In more ways than one, that's for sure. Okay. So now I just want to make sure that the surface area is nice, getting a good crunch. So
oh yeah.
We're gonna let this cook for like a while. It's probably gonna end up being like 10 plus minutes. So beans and peas are really easy to cook when they're frozen. You just put them in the pan like this, you keep it on high, and then when it boils over, that means that it's ready.
You're done, yeah.
So really, really simple.
If you want, you could also steam them too. That's another option.
Yeah,
which is quite easy.
If you have a steamer, yeah, that's...
You can also steam it in a pan too. If you just get some water, bring it to a boil.
Yep.
It'll start steaming, and then you put your shit in.
And what I'm actually going to do here too, because these are cooked beans. They're just frozen. So I'm going to add them all in, as well as a little bit of this vegetable mix. We don't have a ton of space. The pan is pretty small. We need to get a wok. That would help a lot.
Yes, sir.
The meal preps, because it's a lot of volume in the pan right now. Woks are really good because you have that big surface area. Everything is touching the pan. So like right now, this guy, he's not even touching the pan. He's sitting on top. He's not getting cooked. You know what I mean?
In the kitchen, wrist twisted like
You just ate that.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. Well, while you were gone, the peas have came to a boil. Carefully take these, and we're just gonna let them sit over here. So you can use the this bowl and just set them into the. You really don't listen, guys. I trust me when I say this. Your sink is really one of the dirtiest places in your house, man. Especially sink, kitchen counter. Underrated as to how really filthy it is.
That's why we buy Clorox disinfecting.
When it starts to get really nice and crispy, it did burn a little bit, but that's fine. It's a good flavor. The ginger is going to be.
Sometimes you want a good burn.
Yeah, it's alright. So
it's only mildly carcinogenic.
once it's really kind of nice, got a little bit of a crisp on 2 or 3 sides, depending on your preference. We're gonna add in some of the other stuff. So I'm just gonna add in a little bit of these, man. I don't know. This was just Magnus's fridge.
Arctic Gardens.
It's pretty
go
good,
by.
Like having it's really good just to add a little bit of vitamins to your palate, especially if you're trying to save money, because they're way cheaper than the fresh produce. I do like to go with fresh produce once in a while, of course. Also, the fact that this is frozen, and then we're also gonna add
our beans.
The edamame beans. So honestly, guys, edamame beans is life. It's life and it's love and it's everything in between.
Live, laugh, love edamame beans.
So yeah, these babies are high.
Oh!
These babies are really high in protein. Like I said,
Let's see the back.
in the last video. Look at that, man. Not even a full cup. And you're getting
Fuck.
motherfucking 15 grams. Not even a full cup. So what you're looking at here is just, you know, pretty good stuff. I mean, obviously, you know what I mean? It's not a steak, but you know.
If you're trying to lose weight, like I am, you know, shed a little pounds for the summer.
Plant-based is a good way, yeah.
Yeah, you cannot go wrong with vegetarian.
That's not true because you know what? It's not right for everybody. And
that's for sure.
A lot of people, you know, the vegans will try to tell you everybody needs to go vegan. The carnivore person will try to tell you everybody needs to go carnivore.
Yeah.
And the omnivores, you don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm just, you know, I think everybody should, in some respects, of course, if you have a medical condition or something like that, or you have some serious medical problems, you want to really be your own nutritionist, do your own research, you know what I mean? Because nobody knows your body as well as you.
Yeah, guys, do your own research.
When it comes to what you're putting in your body, nobody can tell you what the right answer is because you're the one that's feeling it. You know what I mean? Don't be brainwashed by anybody.
No.
That's what we're all about, uplifting the individual with this channel. You know what I mean? And we're just happening to be doing these plant-based meal preps out of, I mean, not necessity, but it's way cheaper. Like, the rest should be pretty much done, though.
Bada bing.
Bada bing. Look at what you're looking at right here. This whole thing is like, you know, under $10. You know what I mean? Be able to get I mean, obviously, if you spent, you know, your money, that $10 on like a steak, yeah, you'd be getting a steak, and yeah, it would be good, and it might be a little bit higher quality protein, which, by the way, is super important, which is why I'm actually going to be adding a little bit of egg into this mix in a moment. But like, so then this goes now off the heat once I've fluffed it. Honestly, I let it cook for a little while here, so. Checking out the beans. Oh, that's fine. Checking out the beans. Beans are cooked. So, if I had a really big pan here, what I would do is I would add the eggs into the mix, stir for a couple seconds, and then add the rice in as well. Because the rice and the eggs are going to incorporate in a way, it's going to get nice and crispy. However, we simply do not have the space here. So the eggs are going to go in, extra protein.
Bam!
Bing bong.
Bing bong, look at that.
Just a little bit more. As well as just balancing out.
Always throw your garbage out in the garbage can. Pro tip from a pro chef.
Whoa.
Bang. And you know, Isaac is so sick with it, he gets no shells. I know I struggle with this. Sometimes I'll get half to a full shell in the pan.
What the fuck?
And I'm not sure what to do with it after. So I just end up throwing all the food out. So make sure that you, you know, you're very careful with the shells, guys.
A little salt to, that's just going to help break down the enzyme in the, and incorporate it within the dish. So now we're just going to stir it. Actually, we can add in the peas now as well.
Oh yeah.
This is going to be a full pan, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Toss that bitch in the sink. I shouldn't say that word, but it's offensive, and I'm sorry.
You know, a great man once said, "A stew is only as good as who is stirring it."
And you're good, buddy. Don't let anyone tell you guys that you aren't good.
Yeah, man, you guys are the best.
The cream of the crop, the salt of the earth.
The salt of the earth, the cream of the earth.
Cream of the earth and the salt of the crop.
So, if you look in the pan here, the egg is getting nice and cooked. Because I opened it up the middle of the pan where it's the hottest, cracked them right in there so they immediately started cooking. You want to do got a bit of a method here. I pull everything towards the middle, and then I break it up in the middle. This way we're not, we're not letting anything fall out of the pan.
No beans on the floor this time, guys.
No beans left behind. And now, since it's all incorporated, shuffle it up so it's nice and flat.
Oh yeah.
Just pat it down a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I can just resolve that. It's been going for a really long time. So,
we're so good at editing that you won't even notice how long. Like,
yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that it's been on a very high heat for a long time, so turning it off isn't actually going to release, like, it's not just going to stop cooking. Because I do want those eggs to be nice and cooked.
Oh boy. Look at that. You see that rice? That long grain rice. You know, in a lot of ways, size does matter. Grain size of rice, size does matter. You can take that one to the bank.
So today we're doing a smaller meal prep. I mean, we're pretty limited by the size of our tools, to be honest. Like, if I had a really big pot and a really big pan, I could be making, you know, as many preparations as we have Tupperware. But today we haven't had dinner yet, so half of it is going to be dinner for today, and half of it is going to be my lunch for the next 2 days. So make sure you soak that right away. I mean, I'm actually just going to try and get as much as I can. You don't want to waste food, you guys. Wasting food is it happens too much in our society for us to do it on a regular basis, such as one in which we can control it.
And you want to make your dishes easier to do. You want to make cleaning up, because you want to clean up after you eat. You don't want to, you know, leave dishes in the sink. It tarnishes the vibe of your apartment, of your house.
Yeah, it's dirty.
So you want to make sure that you scrape everything off.
I mean,
so that cooking and doing the dishes is
fucked up again. Because what I could have done, really, other than the fact that this was a receptacle for draining this out, is you can use these as plates, man. What's the problem? You're in your own house.
That's true.
Who cares?
But
however, we're presenting it. We want to make it,
guys,
look nice.
We're classy gents here on Quality
also
Reps.
true.
We're
That's
classy gents, and we value production value here.
Anyways, so we scoopity scoop our beautiful pan here
Oh yeah.
onto the plates. So one thing that is easy, and of course we had all these frozen vegetables. If I had a bigger pot, I would have actually just done all the beans and all the frozen vegetables in one big pot and then thrown it in. Because something that I've been doing a little bit lately is cooking my vegetables less, which is super underrated. Yeah, I know, I'm going to cut back around. I'm just divvying it up here. So, when you cook a vegetable, the longer you cook it, the more vitamins and nutrients you're actually burning off of the veg. You know what I mean? It's not going to be there anymore. It's going to be in the air. And that's not where you want it. You want it in your motherfucking belly, man. While you bought the veg, you already paid $7 for 4 fucking bell peppers.
Thanks, Loblaws, you bastards.
And you're burning up half the... Like, the only reason that you'd buy a bell pepper is because it's got mad minerals and vitamins. Like, of course, they're delicious.
Put in an omelet for
Also,
the vitamins and minerals.
Yeah, also, by the way, guys, yellow peppers are actually the best one. I'm sorry. I used to debate this. Alright, guys. So we've got the finished product right here. So this is going to come out to about 35 grams of protein. A little bit over 600 calories. So really great if you're trying to eat. It's good, man. Okay. Make sure, like, subscribe, share with all your cooking buddies. I love you guys so much. You guys, the support has really been, meaning a lot to me. Yeah, just comment what you guys want to see next. We got the Costco haul coming up, so if you guys, throw in those comments in that comment section, we might be able to make some beautiful meal prep for you and yours back home. Peace. That looks so good on the flash.